The power of saying no. One simple word that will change your life forever.
There is one word that will change your life. One word that separates the people who build something real from the people who stay exactly where they are. One word that the most successful, most respected, most fulfilled people in history used more than any other. That word is no. Not yes. Not maybe. Not I will think about it. No. Simple, firm, final. And you have been afraid to say it. You say yes when you mean no. You agree when you disagree. You show up for others while abandoning yourself. You give your time, your energy, your attention to people and things that do not deserve them. And then you wonder why you are exhausted, why you feel empty, why your dreams stay dreams. Today, that changes. Today, you are going to understand the power you have been giving away. And today, you are going to learn how to take it back. Let me describe your life. You wake up and immediately the demands start. Someone needs something from you. A message, a favor, a commitment. Before you have eaten breakfast, before you have had a moment of quiet, before you have thought about what you need today, you are already giving yourself away. You say yes. Because it feels easier than the discomfort of no. Because you do not want to disappoint anyone. Because somewhere you learned that your value comes from your usefulness to others. So you give, and give, and give some more. Until there is nothing left. Until you sit at the end of the day with nothing to show for your time. No progress on the things that matter. No movement toward the life you actually want. Just the exhausting weight of having served everyone else's priorities while yours collected dust. You know this feeling. You have felt it for months, maybe years. The quiet frustration of being everyone's first choice and your own last. The loneliness of being surrounded by people who take without noticing. The shame of looking at what you wanted to build and realizing you have not even started. Not because you lack ability, not because you lack desire, but because every hour you had was already promised to someone else before you could use it for yourself. And here is the worst part. You did this to yourself. Not with cruelty, not even with awareness, but with a pattern that was given to you so early you forgot it was a choice. You were taught that saying no is selfish, that good people give, that your needs can wait, that others come first. You believed it. You lived it. And it has cost you everything you were meant to build. Think about the friendships that drain you, but you maintain because you do not want to seem cold. Think about the commitments you resent, but you honor because you do not want to let anyone down. Think about the opportunities you said yes to out of guilt when every part of you knew it was wrong. Every yes you gave from weakness cost you a yes you could have given yourself. Every time you said yes to the wrong thing, you said no to the right one. You gave your life away in increments so small you did not notice. Until now. Here is the truth. No is not a rejection. No is a direction. When you say no to what does not belong in your life, you are not being difficult. You are being decisive. You are not being selfish. You are being responsible. Responsible for your time. Responsible for your energy.
responsible for the future you are trying to build.
Think about this carefully.
Every single thing you say yes to costs you something.
Your time is finite. You have the same 24 hours as everyone else.
And every hour you spend on someone else's priority is an hour you cannot spend on your own. This is not a motivational idea.
This is mathematics.
If your goal requires 10 hours of focused work per week, and you give those 10 hours to people and things that are not your goal does not get built.
It is that simple and that brutal.
The life you want will not arrive because you worked hard for everyone else.
It will only arrive when you start protecting the hours and energy it requires. But here is what they do not tell you.
No is difficult to say. Not because we are weak.
No is difficult because saying it requires something terrifying.
It requires being willing to disappoint people, to be misunderstood,
To be called selfish.
To let a relationship change or end.
to face the discomfort of someone's disappointment without rushing to fix it.
Most people cannot do this,
Not because they lack strength,
but because they have not yet decided that their own life is worth protecting.
That is the decision you must make today.
not for someone else, for yourself.
Your life is worth protecting.
Your time is worth protecting. Your energy is worth protecting.
Your dreams are worth protecting.
And the only way to protect them is to stop handing them out freely to everyone who asks. You are not a resource to be consumed. You are a life to be lived.
And you cannot live it if you have given all of it away.
There is a version of you that knows how to say no.
Not with aggression.
Not with guilt. Not with lengthy explanations or apologies. Just with calm, quiet certainty.
That version of you does not lie awake at night reviewing conversations, wondering if you upset someone.
That version of you does not shrink to make others comfortable. That version of you does not measure their worth by how available they are. That version of you is already inside you. You have just been trained away from it. Let me tell you a story.
There was a man who worked harder than anyone around him.
He arrived first and left last. He answered every call. He said yes to every request.
His colleagues respected him for his reliability.
His family depended on him completely. His friends called him first when they needed something. He was proud of this. He told himself it was strength.
Until the morning he woke up and could not make himself get out of bed.
Not from illness,
From emptiness.
he had given so much for so long to so many people that there was nothing left inside him. No motivation, no passion, no identity outside of his usefulness to others. He sat in the quiet of his room and asked himself a question he had never asked before. What do I actually want? He could not answer it. Not because the answer did not exist, but because he had never allowed the question to matter. He had been so busy saying yes to others that he had never said yes to himself. That day, something changed in him. Not dramatically, not loudly. He began to say no. Not to everything, not to people he loved,
But to the commitments he had made from guilt.
to the hours spent on projects that were not his, to the conversations that consumed his energy but produced nothing,
To the endless availability.
that left him with nothing for himself. At first, it was uncomfortable.
People were confused.
Some were frustrated. Some questioned his character. He let them.
Because he had made a decision.
He had decided that his life was worth building.
And no one else was going to build it for him.
Over months, something remarkable happened. The space he created by saying no filled with something he had not felt in years.
Clarity.
He knew what he wanted.
He knew what mattered. He knew who deserved his time and who had simply been taking it.
He began working on what was important to him for the first time in his adult life.
He stopped performing availability and started practicing presence.
He stopped being everything to everyone and started becoming something real to himself.
He is not famous. He is not wealthy beyond measure.
But he is awake, alive in a way he had forgotten was possible. And it started with one word.
No.
You have this same power.
You were born with it.
It was not taken from you. You gave it away.
And you can reclaim it. Today.
The moment you decide that your life is yours, not theirs.
Yours. From this moment forward, you must learn to treat no as a tool.
Not as a wall you build to keep people out.
But as a filter you use to let the right things in. Because here is what no actually does.
When you say no to what drains you, you create room for what builds you.
When you say no to obligation, you create space for desire.
When you say no to other people's emergencies, you create time for your own priorities.
No does not close your life.
It opens it.
To the right relationships.
To the right work. To the right version of yourself.
Here is how you begin.
First, identify the yeses in your life that are lies.
The commitments you made from guilt.
The friendships you maintain from habit, not love.
The tasks you take on because no one else will. Write them down if you must.
Look at them honestly. Then ask yourself, if I were building the life I actually want, would this be in it?
If the answer is no, then your yes is a lie. And lies cost more than the truth.
Second, practice saying no without explanation.
You do not owe everyone a reason. You do not need to defend your time.
A simple, clear no is not rude.
It is honest.
It respects both you and the other person.
More honest than a resentful yes that leaves you depleted and them believing you are fine with something you are not. Third, tolerate the discomfort of disappointing others.
This is the hardest part.
You will say no, and someone will be disappointed.
They may be frustrated.
They may pull away. They may question your commitment.
Let them.
Your discomfort in that moment is not proof that you did something wrong.
It is proof that you did something new.
Growth is uncomfortable, not because it is damaging you,
but because it requires you to act in ways you have never acted before.
Every time you sit with the discomfort of someone's disappointment and do not rush to fix it, you grow stronger.
Fourth, reinvest every no into yourself.
Every hour you reclaim.
Every commitment you release. Every relationship you allow to change.
Put that energy into what you are building.
Your health, your work, your craft, your family, your mind.
The life you want is not waiting for more time. It is waiting for you to stop giving your time to things that do not serve it.
Fifth, understand that no is the highest form of respect.
When you say no from your values, you respect yourself. When you say no instead of a dishonest yes, you respect the other person. You are telling them the truth.
You are treating them as adults who can handle it.
A false yes is not kindness. It is cowardice wearing kindness as a costume. Real respect is honest. Real strength is honest. And the most honest thing you can say when something is not right for you is no. The life you are trying to build will not arrive in one dramatic moment. It will arrive in accumulated choices.
Every no that protects your time.
Every no that honors your values. Every no that closes a door to the wrong thing so that the right thing can find you. One word at a time.
One choice at a time.
One day at a time.
You came here feeling stretched thin.
Feeling like you had given everything and had nothing left. Feeling like the life you wanted was somehow always just out of reach.
Now you know why.
And you know what to do.
No. Not no to life. Not no to love. Not no to people and connection and giving. But no to what consumes you without building you. No to the obligations that serve everyone except the person they are supposed to serve. No to the lie that your worth is measured in your availability.
No to the slow erosion of yourself through 1,000 small surrenders.
You are not here to be consumed. You are here to build something. Something real. Something that matters. Something only you can build with the time and energy that belongs to you. Protect it. Fiercely. Quietly. Without apology. The word is no, and it is yours to use. Use it. Starting today. Starting now.